Before we jump into today's show, I've got a really exciting announcement to make. The autumn cohorts for Start Your Podcast group program are now open. There are 5 dates between September and October, and it's a 6-week program that will get you launched before Christmas. So if podcasting was on your to-do list this year, if you really want to get your podcast up and done by the end of 2023, then come and join me for one of those cohorts and let's make it happen. I have a free masterclass available for you called Understanding the Power of Podcasting. You can go over to donnaeade.com/masterclass, watch the masterclass and get access to that enrollment. I hope to see you in one of the autumn cohorts very soon. That's donnaeade.com/masterclass. Let's get back to the show.
Welcome to the Society of Professional Wedding Vendors podcast. I'm your host, Donna Eade, and if COVID has taught us anything, it's that we have to think long term in our businesses. Today, we jump into how we can expand our business to reduce our risks. Starting a podcast in the midst of a pandemic was not my plan, but I had a timeline and I wanted to stick to it. So I'd be remiss if I didn't address the stonking great elephant that's hanging over us all today. I know that it has had effect on many of us, whether we've had symptoms ourselves or know someone who has. It is devastating the whole world and it's scary, I get it. But to paraphrase King Solomon, this too shall pass. And when it does, I hope and pray that you and your loved ones come out of it safe and healthy. What I want to do today is focus on what we can do now to ensure that if anything like this ever happens again, that we are personally in a better financial place with our business, that finances won't contribute to the uncertainty and fear of the situation we find ourselves in. It doesn't have to be a pandemic that causes us financial strife. If you're a 2-income household and the other income suddenly disappears, could your business support your family on its own? If it can, great, you probably don't need this episode. But if it wouldn't, or if you're concerned that another pandemic level experience might cause your business to come to an end, listen on. There's been a lot of talk about pivoting, but I don't think we need to pivot our businesses so much as expand them. We need to create a safety net. When somebody says pivot to me, I think go in a different direction completely and head in that direction. And for a lot of wedding vendors, we can't take our businesses online like the fitness experts are or the dancers are. We need to be face to face with our bride and grooms. So we need to expand our businesses and look at creating a safety net. I listened to a podcast with the lovely Jennifer Allwood, who released her book this month called Fear is Not the Boss of You. I got it on Audible. I highly recommend it. In the podcast, she talks about generating multiple revenue streams. And I believe as wedding vendors, that's what we need to do right now. So how can we do that? What we need to do is we need to expand our offering. For example, if you're a photographer, how about creating a short DSLR course to sell on your site? You could do the basic course and then create other courses to add in, like editing and lighting, etc. These could be sold in the background, and this doesn't have to just happen now and then go away when business picks up. So any business can do this. Look at your trade. What could you turn into a tutorial or a short course that you could sell on your site? If you're a celebrant, you could create printables for couples, the top 10 ideas for bohemian wedding ceremonies that you haven't thought of, or the 7 most popular wedding traditions to use in your ceremony. Use your expertise to create something useful that you can sell that doesn't require your physical presence. You can aim things at couples, or you can aim them at hobbyists in your trade or profession. Another example, wedding stationers. Could you do a tutorial on how the die cutting machine works, or how you could do different things with a die cutter? There's people at home right now that are looking for new hobbies or looking to extend their skills in a hobby. And this doesn't mean that they're going to be coming after your trade once this is all done, but it means that they get to upskill at their level, and we can help them do that. I've created a free guide with this episode that you can download that will guide you through the steps to discover what offerings you might have. We've already discussed courses. You can do workshops, live or on demand. You could create physical products or digital products. These are what I call sources of personal revenue. So, for example, a photographer might be really into landscape photography. They could produce greetings cards with those images on and sell them through a site like Etsy. Not only can you create these personal revenue sources, which are the number one priority to expanding your business offering, but there are some third-party revenue options too. So you can look at affiliate marketing. Maybe someone has created a course that aligns with your course or with your audience, and they'd be interested in it. See if you can become an affiliate. You can often get paid up to 50% of the course costs, and it takes minimal effort on your part compared to the effort required of creating a course of your own. You could also look at sponsored content. If you have a well-read blog, YouTube or podcast, you can do a piece of content on a particular product that a company pays you to talk about, like the perfect DSLR for hobbyists or the best cake molds that produce professional results. With third-party revenue, I would issue a caution. Don't just back whoever offers you money or advertise whatever makes you the most money. You have built an audience and they have a certain level of trust in you. If you start to push things that don't align with your business or things that you don't believe are worth it, they'll know and they'll walk away. Be authentically you in everything that you do, and you will just increase their trust in you. Looking for other revenue streams or creating what you need for other revenue streams takes time, but we have some of that right now, so use it. If you're struggling to think of ideas related to your wedding trade, perhaps look at hobbies, things that you do, skills that you have that you could share with people online. The idea is to create extra sources of income flow into an account separate to your regular business income accounts. These revenue streams are your safety net income. They should be left to be built up until you have at least 6 months minimum for your financial requirements. Once you've got 6 months, look to increase it to 12, and then look to increase it to another 12 to make it more of a comfortable than rather bare minimum 12-month spend. It will take time, yes. And we should all have a safety net already. We know the saying, the best time to plant an oak tree was like 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. So start today. Get those extra streams flowing. And then when we come out on the other side of this pandemic, these revenue streams are set. They're there. You can let them build up and create that safety net. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to head over to the show notes at www.spwv.co.uk/002 to download your free guide to help get those creative juices flowing. And I'll see you at the same time, same place next week. Bye for now.
Don't forget to hit those stars and leave a review of the podcast where you listen if you found value in what you heard today. It's a free way you can help the podcast reach more people just like you.